Good morning, sir. Myself, Prabhu. We are going to talk about employees' motivation. Mm, Employee motivation can be defined as the inherent enthusiasm and the driving force to accomplish a task. It can be used in directing employees' behavior and actions for a constructive vision for our goals. Proper motivation turns an employee into a loyal asset and helps in maintaining the retention rate. The word motivation is derived from the Latin word movere, which means to move. Motivation is something, a desire, a want, need, or derive that removes or suppress an individual to act in a particular way to achieve a goal or objectives. Employee motivation is defined as the commitment, the energy level, and the creativity that the employee bring to the job. Even though employees' motivation doesn't directly influence in organization's growth, it is like a necessary precondition, um, because lack of motivation among the employees can have the detrimental effect on their performance. Well motivated employee are an assets of an organization, and they write the success of an um, organization, and therefore every organization should accord utmost attention to employees motivation. If an employee is motivated, they are more likely to do a good job and work hard. Mm, Motivation is very important for attracting employees and retaining employees, and then general levels of productivity in a business. Motivated employees are more likely to willing to work rather than staying off. Reward based motivation, attitude based motivation, fear based motivation, creative motivation, achievement, competency, power, these are the some of the types of motivation. Motivation is a force that makes people act, set goals, and achieve them. It is a psychological process that controls human behavior as well as sets its direction of action and consistency. For example of motivation in workplace, asking for input regarding higher level decisions, projection and deserving team members or employees, convincing appreciation for hardworking team members, celebrating employees' birthday, mm, like.
Good morning, sir. I will be sharing my views on factors that are driving employee motivation. So, four factors that are driving employee motivation. They are like drive to bond, drive to acquire, drive to comprehend, and drive to defend. So, I will be sharing on drive to acquire and drive to bond. So, drive to acquire is it basically it will be following the reward system that the company holds, so that each and every employee of the company will be benefited. Then secondly, it will differentiate the top performing employees from average level performing employees, and average level performing employees from poor level. Instead of saying poor level, we can use the word lower, so that the lower level performance will be differentiated from the average level employees. Then thirdly, it will reward to their performance. So based on their performance, like how they perform will be decide their reward. Then fourth point will be like a recognition. So the recognition will be acquired to all the outstanding performance, so it will be a very good motivation to the employees. Then the last will be top employees should be promoted within the firm. Against the firm, or like above the beyond that, they will not be promoted, they will be employed, they will be promoted within the firm. Then coming to this drive to bond, they will be working among the team, so that they embraces teamwork, which will be a very good motivation. Like depending on their team members, they will be creating a bond, so that they motivate themselves seeing on others like we should work well. Then second, it should make the organization's culture. It should not beyond that organization culture. Like each and every organization will have their own culture, so it should be within their organization's culture, and it should not beyond that. Then they will be developing a friendship and cohesiveness. while they're working in a team, there will be a bond. Obviously there will be a bond that they create, and so that the bond that they create will also help them to work together, which obviously will avoid conflict in this too. Then because of developing and because of having such cohesiveness, they will be depending on their peers, like getting help from them or getting motivation, encouragement from them will also will be factors that drives employee motivation. Then values collaboration, like each and every employee will have their own or personal values. So while they are having that cohesiveness, they will be sharing their values among themselves, and it will also be a collaboration, so that the mixing of ideas, brainstorming session may also happen. Then they will be celebrating and sharing. They will be celebrating and sharing their occasions, like every their festivals or like their thoughts, ideas, they will be sharing, so that the celebrations may happen. And because of this cohesiveness, they will always look forward as employees first, not as their personal or individual goal. Then the rest will be followed by Jebinson.
So first of all, drive to comprehend. So drive to comprehend is nothing but how you understand your employee of the company, how you are going with your employee. See, as a manager, you should not be rude with your employee always. If there's some reason, you can be rude. Otherwise, you should be polite with your employees. That will make him motivate a lot. For example, if you take that you should submit one of the important document to your boss within 9:30 in his cabin, but the document is with your employee, he is unable to reach the office within 9:30 due to some personal problem. So he is coming to his office only at 10 o'clock. So at that time you cannot be rude to him. You should ask to him what happened, what is the reason you didn't come to the company at a punctual time. The boss is strict and he is so rude with him, and he's so angry. So why didn't you come to the office in a perfect time? So you should ask some question, and if the answer is valid, you should go with him. You cannot be rude. As manager, it's the main thing of motivation. It's a meaningful motivation, I will say ever. So after, when you see the next point is drive to defend. So it's nothing but how you are saving your surroundings. See, normally we will defend ourselves first of all, and our family and friends and everyone. See, we should ask the question that whether we are so selfish. We should be keen on looking our society. More than that, we should be keen on looking our employees, because because they are the one who are going to bring some salary to you when they are doing some work, and you will get some salary. So you should look them employee double the thing where you looking your family. So it's the best thing how it can motivate them. For example, if you take an employee, he is suffering a lot from his financial struggles. He don't have such money to pay for his son or daughter's education purpose. He is so pathetic manner. So at that time, you should, as a manager or as a friend, you should help him. You should donate some money to him. So as you do like that, he will be so motivated. So as a manager, he is doing, even our friends or family didn't do for us, but a manager is doing so much for us. So we should be working lot to our manager. So he should and he will have some that motivate, and he will be doing that work in a regular basis. So I will say one thing: motivation is nothing but calling your employees to your cabin and advising him what happened, and you should not do like that. So it's not a
The organizational levers of motivation are reward system and culture. First, what is reward system? A meaningful reward at the end of their effort is a great way to keep employees get motivated. The organizational can satisfy the drive to acquire by its reward system because it sharply differentiates between the good, average and poor performance. Employees should be rewarded when they meet large goals as well as the short-term milestones. It will ensure that they receive recognition for their great performance. Reward system include both cash and monetary monetary rewards as well as the social rewards that have the great impact of social employees performance. Managers should clearly know what the employees should be rewarded. When employees have an comprehensive understanding of what is expected out of them, that will be the more capable of achieving. Each employee should be allowed to select their own reward and decide what reward should be given to the employees based on their predefined circumstances. Long-term reward have the greatest performance on the employees performance. Next is culture. Culture actually promotes the teamwork, collaboration and friendship among the employees. We should interact current behavior, communicate expectations, positive reinforcement. It can be a challenge to motivate people from.
Hi all, today I am going to share my point about job designing. Job design classified into 4, that is job simplification, job rotation, job enrichment and job enlargement. Job design is the process of establishing employees' roles and responsibilities and the systems and procedures that they should use or follow. The main purpose of job design is to coordinate and optimize work processes. To create value, maximize performance, job design involves determining the specific tasks and responsibilities to be performed and carried out by the employees. It enables to identify employee skills and competence with the job requirements. It ensures organizational efficiency and effectiveness. Examples of job designing. If an employee normally assembles part, the job may be enlarged to include new tasks such as work planning, inspection, quality control or maintenance. The second point I am going to talk about performance management and resources allocation process. First, we will see about performance management. What is performance management? Performance management is the process of ensuring that the set of activities and outputs meets an organizational goals in an effective and efficient manner. There are 3 types of performance management: coaching, corrective action and termination. The next one is resources allocation. What is resources allocation? Resources allocation is the process of planning, managing and assigning resources in a form that helps to reach your organizational strategic goals. Okay, now we are going to the main topic, performance management and resources allocation process. Fair, trustworthy and transparent process for performance management and resource allocation help to meet people, employees may disagree with the particular outcome, but they are able to understand the rationale behind the decision. Example, assigning employees to the project, budgeting money for project, utilizing logistics, deciding where company resource should be used.
I am Kumaran, Duckers batch. I am talking in the roles of the director managers. 5 steps of the managers: the planning, organization, leading, staffing, controlling. Planning. When you think of the planning, the managing the role of the thinking about as the progress, the closing the approach, the goal, and the action of the view. Next, the organizing. This process of the establish the work of the relationship, the allow the work to the together of the achieved their organization goal. Third one is leading. This is the function of the involving articular vision. The engineering of employees, the influence of motivation, the people using the vision, the influence of effective communication skills. Fourth one, the staffing. The require and the selecting employees for the position with the companies, with the team and of the position with the department. Fifth one, the controlling. They evaluate the how well you are the achieved. You are the goal of the improve the performance taking of the action. Director manager of the professional who are see of the special area with the organization. There are the main managing of team, The employee will ensure the department upkeep smooth of the some key of the responsibility. Manager included the managing staff of the support them the completed task. The require of training new employees, ensuring.
Hello friends, I am talking about an article, the employee motivation. Employee motivation means enthusiasm, energy level and the performance and the amount of creativity by an employee to the organization bringing on the daily basis. The employee motivation is two factors. First factor is internal and the second factor is external. The four drive models are have an employee motivation factors. The first drive is acquire. The acquire means the employee material possession, achieve a position, and the second model is bond. The bond means bond is healthy and create or support the team members. The third model is learn to the employee someone how to effective and efficient in the organization, and what they contribute to achieve their goal, and the organization level how to increase by a particular employee, or also differ from one employee to another employee. Then final drives drive the different the stimulation of the different is a result of thread to the organization or group or individual how to behave or how to solve the problem. It means the different drive. So these are the four models. Thank you friends.
Hi, here we're discussing about the article named Employee Motivation by Nitin. So here our group will discuss about various aspects. Let's see about applications of personal and professional. In the professional, the company should not run based on the bureaucratic manner. That is the employee should not feel that he was ruled by someone. So the company should formulate the term drafting policies in the win-for-win motivation level. Next, the company should set up the goal like rewarding policies based on the market standards. What is the market standard? That is if one employee doing some work like sales, operation, anything, if he achieves some goal, he should be rewarded in the equal manner like every other company does. Like employees, next, the employees, if he gives some ideas to the manager or top level hierarchy, his notes should be evaluated and feedback should be considered properly, because if an employee feels that his feedbacks are not considered valuably, he might feel bad. So if his values are considered, he may feel well and get motivated and do his work properly in the prolific manner. So here we are going to see about the applications of personal aspect. What even a single motivation can appreciate us. Sometimes in a tougher times, some may motivate. Even one person can motivate. That make us believe that we can do it. So improve ourselves. We can do this. Sometimes others can motivate us. Like person we cannot do. They can even we feel bad about that. We didn't do well. It can make us to believe that we can do. We did something better than the last time. So here's our conclusion. Conclusion is that in some company may follow the beautiful scenario model like Zoho, Google. Some may be autocratic or democratic, but we can expect the same from any company. We have to motivate ourselves in the prior and prolific manner.